You know the thing you do every single morning without even thinking about it? That habit you've had for years, maybe decades? What if I told you that one simple morning routine could be secretly aging your heart at double speed, especially if you're over 65? I'm not talking about skipping your medication or eating junk food. This is something most people think is completely harmless. In fact, many believe it's even healthy. But new research is showing us something very different. So if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, what you're about to hear might completely change how you start your day. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what this habit is, why it's so dangerous for your heart, and most importantly, what you can do about it starting tomorrow morning. Let's get real for a second. Your heart has been beating inside your chest for over 65 years. That's more than 2 billion heartbeats. 2 billion times your heart has pumped blood through your veins, keeping you alive, keeping you moving, keeping you with the people you love. But here's the thing about getting older. Our hearts don't work quite the same way they did when we were 30 or 40. They're still strong, still capable, but they need a little more care. They're more sensitive to certain things. And one of those things is what happens in those first 30 minutes after you wake up. So what is this mysterious habit? It's exercising on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. Now, before you think, oh, I don't exercise in the morning, hear me out. This includes even light activities, morning walks, stretching routines, gardening, walking up and down stairs, or even rushing around the house getting ready. If you're doing any kind of physical activity before eating breakfast, this applies to you. Here's why this matters so much for your heart. When you wake up, your body has been fasting for anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. Your blood sugar is low. Your body's glycogen stores, that's the fuel your muscles use, are basically empty. Your blood pressure, which naturally drops during sleep, is still adjusting. And here's the critical part. Your blood is slightly thicker in the morning because you haven't had any fluids for hours. All of these factors create a perfect storm of stress for your cardiovascular system. Now, when you're younger, your body can handle this stress pretty well. Your heart is resilient, your blood vessels are flexible, your body bounces back quickly. But after 65, things change. Your arteries aren't as elastic as they used to be. Your heart has to work harder to pump blood. Your body doesn't regulate blood sugar and blood pressure as efficiently. And when you add intense physical activity on top of all these challenges, your heart goes into overdrive. Let me paint you a picture of what's actually happening inside your body. Imagine your heart is like a car engine. When you wake up in the morning, that engine is cold. It needs time to warm up. Now, if you immediately floor the gas pedal on a cold engine, what happens? You put massive stress on all the engine components. The same thing happens with your heart. When you jump into exercise without giving your body the fuel and hydration it needs, your heart has to work too, sometimes 3 times harder than it should. Your blood pressure can spike dangerously high. Your heart rate becomes erratic. And worst of all, your body starts producing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to compensate for the lack of energy. These stress hormones don't just disappear after your workout. They stay elevated throughout the day, keeping your heart under constant pressure. Over weeks, months, and years, this daily stress accumulates. It's like taking a rubber band and stretching it to its limit every single day. Eventually, that rubber band loses its elasticity. It becomes brittle, and one day it snaps. Research from Cardiovascular Health Institutes has shown something alarming. Seniors who engage in moderate to intense physical activity before eating breakfast have a significantly higher risk of cardiac events. We're talking about heart attacks, strokes, arrhythmias, and dangerous blood pressure spikes. One study found that the risk of a cardiovascular incident is nearly 50% higher during early morning exercise on an empty stomach compared to afternoon exercise after meals. 50%. That's not a small number. But here's what really caught my attention. The same study found that this risk doubles for people over 65 compared to younger adults. Your heart is literally aging twice as fast when you exercise before breakfast. Think about that. Every morning walk you take on an empty stomach could be adding extra wear and tear to your cardiovascular system that takes months to recover from. And it's not just about heart attacks. There are other warning signs that your body is struggling with this habit. Do you ever feel lightheaded or dizzy during your morning routine? That's your blood pressure dropping too low because there's not enough glucose in your system. Do you feel unusually tired or weak by mid-morning, even though you just exercised? That's your body struggling to recover from the stress you put it under. Do you notice your heart racing or beating irregularly during or after your morning activity? That's a red flag that your cardiovascular system is overworked. Some of you might be thinking, but I've been doing this for years and I feel fine. And I get that. Our bodies are incredibly resilient. They can compensate for a lot of stress for a long time. But just because you don't feel symptoms now doesn't mean damage isn't happening beneath the surface. Heart disease is often called the silent killer because it develops slowly, quietly, over many years. By the time symptoms appear, significant damage has already been done. Now, let's talk about what you should do instead. The solution isn't to stop moving or exercising. Physical activity is crucial for healthy aging. The key is timing and preparation. Your heart needs fuel before it works hard. Think of it like this. You wouldn't ask someone to build a house without giving them materials to work with, right? Same principle applies to your body. Here's what you should do. As soon as you wake up, drink a full glass of water. Not ice cold, just room temperature or slightly warm. This helps thin your blood and gets your circulatory system moving gently. Wait about 15 minutes, then have a light, balanced snack. You don't need a full meal. A banana with a small handful of nuts. A piece of whole grain toast with a little peanut butter. Some oatmeal with berries. The goal is to give your body some quick energy, carbohydrates for immediate fuel, and a bit of protein and healthy fat to stabilize your blood sugar. Wait another 20 to 30 minutes after eating. Let your body digest. Let your blood sugar rise to a healthy level. Let your blood pressure stabilize. Then, and only then, start your physical activity. You'll notice an immediate difference. Your energy will feel more stable. You won't get that shaky, weak feeling. Your heart won't race as much. And most importantly, you're protecting your cardiovascular system from unnecessary stress. Some of you might have tight morning schedules. Maybe you have medications to take at specific times or appointments to get to. I understand. But here's the thing. Protecting your heart is worth adjusting your schedule for. Wake up 30 minutes earlier if you need to. Prepare a simple breakfast the night before. Keep easy snacks by your bedside. Where there's a will, there's a way. And honestly, what's 30 minutes compared to the years you'll add to your life by protecting your heart? There's also a bigger conversation here about listening to your body. As we age, we have to let go of the idea that we should do things the same way we always have. Your body at 70 is not the same as your body at 40, and that's okay. It's not weakness to adjust. It's wisdom. It's not giving up to modify your routine. It's honoring the body that's carried you through decades of life. Your heart has earned the right to be treated gently. And one more thing. If you're already dealing with heart conditions, high blood pressure, diabetes, or any chronic health issues, this is even more critical for you. Talk to your doctor about the best time of day for physical activity. Get personalized advice about what and when to eat before exercise. Don't leave this to chance. So let's bring this all together. If you're over 65, that morning workout or walk on an empty stomach isn't helping you stay young and healthy. It's actually aging your heart faster. Your cardiovascular system needs fuel and hydration before it can safely handle physical stress. By making one simple change, eating a light, balanced snack before your morning activity, you can cut your risk of cardiac events in half and give your heart the protection it deserves. Your heart has been your most loyal companion for over 6 decades. It's never taken a day off. It's never called in sick. It deserves your respect, your care, and your attention. So starting tomorrow morning, before you lace up those walking shoes or head out to the garden, take 30 minutes to nourish your body. Your heart will thank you for it. If you found this information helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button so more people can see this message. Subscribe to the channel because I share practical, science-backed health tips designed specifically for older adults every single week. And drop a comment below. Do you exercise in the morning? Have you ever felt dizzy or weak during early morning activity? Share your experience. Your story might be the wake-up call someone else needs to protect their heart. Remember, aging gracefully isn't about doing everything the way you always have. It's about adapting, listening to your body, and making small changes that add up to big results. You've got this. Take care of that beautiful heart of yours. I'll see you in the next video.